contacted him through his Discord. I sent him a DM through his Discord.
Oh, Juggernaut sliding all up in them DMs now, huh? I thought you wanted to be single.
First of all, it's a male YouTuber.
That doesn't mean anything in this day and age, my brother.
True.
I knew
He
it.
does got
I don't go that way.
Which way's that way? That way's this way, this way's that way?
Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again. We don't know which way we're going, Models of Gaming. I am Kaiju going to the right, K. With me here is Necro going to the left, Nick. Hello?
hello.
Okay, there we go, fine. Juggernaut off the top road.
Hello. Hello.
We're digging down deep. Subliminal going sideways.
Oh my goodness.
And Rebel Vanity inside out.
Hello.
And my freaking tablet just scared the shit out of me. Hi, everybody. Woo!
Good.
A couple months ago, we did a small little thing where we decided to throw in the towel and make some survivors for DBD and some killers. Now, something happened recently. It seems that a killer got very specifically close powers. Hello, Chris Gillo. How are you doing today? Which seemed very similar to Necro Nick's character that he designed his killer. We're talking about the Dredge, of course, where Necro created beds and popped out from underneath them. The Dredge pops out of lockers and pulls people into them. I feel it's pretty close. What we're going to do is we're going to start with designing a bunch of survivors. That's this week. And then next week we're going to design the killers because they're a little stronger, a little harder to design, etc. But this time around, we're going to do something different, folks. On Friday this week, after I get everything written down, I'm going to go and submit all of our unmade survivors to the DBD forums, to their fan-made, and see what people think about them.
Hello, Poochie.
Who?
Poochie, name's Coco.
Oh, hang on. Oh, well, hello, Poochie. Okay. That being said, I'm going to start off. Now, I'm Kaiju K. I'm ex-infantry, and I enjoy the idea of being permanently ex-infantry, to many people's disregards, one of them in this room. Kind of hard to pull yourself away from being a soldier, so my outfit would probably be standard fatigues, boots. Unfortunately, no weapons, because unfortunately, for some strange reason, the entity seems to take everybody's weapons, but still somehow allows Jill Valentine to somehow create a blast mine, and,
Leon Kang, flashbang.
by taking parts away from the generator they're fixing, and yet the generator still works. Huh?
Hello.
I don't know how this works, but we're going with it. So that'll be my standard duds. I'm going to be running around mostly in different forms of military combat. There'll be my different costumes, maybe a Spezna, maybe have me look like Sam Fisher. I'd love that. Running around with Sam Fisher. Night vision goggles on and everything like that. I'd love that. Now let's get into the perks real quick, because I've been thinking about perks for a while. Here's how I think about perks. What do you want the killers not to be able to do to you? How far away from the killer do you not want your butt to be? That's important. As far as I'm considered, you want your butt to be as far away from the killer's sharp, pointy objects as possible. Or in the case of the dog, your blunt objects. Still, you don't want to be near those. Am I wrong?
No, you want to be right up sniffing the killer's butt.
Well, if that's going to be your perk, have fun with it. I'm going to avoid that like the friggin' plague. Well, my first perk is going to be the funniest one of all, because I couldn't think of a better name for it. I call it Happy Camper. The description at the bottom is going to be my character talking to the killer saying, the entity's bored with this game of yours. What it is, if I'm put on the hook, and the killer is within 8, 16, or 24 meters of me, my timer doesn't go up. I just hang there.
I thought that was a perk already. Or is it where there's a survivor around you?
That's the survivors around you.
I see. So you want one so that you could basically like combo that, where if a survivor or a killer, basically you want. No, I'm saying. I'm saying that'd be. I'm saying that'd be a good combination.
Oh, it would be a good combination as long as somebody is running the other perk. See, I'm sick and tired of getting face cam, so basically what it is I get hung there, and I can just stare at them. If they stay within the killer's radius for 30 seconds within that radius, I can automatically get off the hook, and when I get put back on the hook, I don't get second stage, I get put where I was left off at.
Okay.
Now, if they go outside of the range for 10 seconds, then it goes back to me hanging myself and screaming in pain. But should they run back in for 4 seconds, like let's say Necro comes to save me, the killer chases their butts in to go and do that oh-so-wonderful tunneling ability, it stops again after 4 seconds, and Necro can just run away. That being said, let's move on to another fun one. I enjoy toys. I enjoy gadgets. You can ask anybody who's been in the bedroom with me. I've got Nerf guns and spy gear. What are you guys talking about? You perverts. Y'all a bunch of perverts.
I was thinking about glow-in-the-dark dinosaurs.
I had one of those until Marcus ate it.
Oh.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
we had this glow-in-the-dark dinosaur, and Marcus bit its head off and tore its feet off and swallowed them.
I got a question.
Was it tasty
Did
at
he
least?
glow?
What?
Did he glow?
No, but its poo probably did anyway.
Was it at least tasty and nutritious? Maybe even delicious?
It was freaking plastic. I don't know. I'm not gonna go ask the nutritional value of a glow-in-the-dark dinosaur. The fact that he ate it was horrible enough.
Maybe if he eats enough of them, he'll glow in the dark.
If he eats enough of them, he'll shit out a brick. I don't know. I'll mail you the brick. The next perk is a more serious one. It's one I'm actually surprised no one has ever had in the game. I start off with 3 charges of it, and I can only have 3 charges total. It's called Motion Tracker. Lets me put down a small device on the ground that if a killer comes within 4, 8, or 12 meters of it, it'll bing and point out its location to all the people on the map. I won't show where the killer's running. It'll show the location of where it's binging. It gives me the odds of being able to put them in specific locations and know that if the killer passes by it, well, now everybody knows that the killer passed by it.
Now, is there going to be a way for the killer to be able to find it, or no?
Oh yeah, seriously. First of all, it makes a bing sound. It goes bing. If they want to look for it, they can. That's better for me because I'll know they're still in the area. Like I said, as long as they're in the area, it'll glow for everyone to see. So hey, everyone knows that the killer is in that area. Stay the hell away from it. Of course, I can only have 3, and even if he breaks one, I don't get one back.
What if you pick? Are you able to pick yours back up so you don't let it get broken? Or?
I can pick them back up. But I can only pick mine back up. So if me and Juggernaut are running the same perk, and I go to run and pick his up, it won't let me pick his up.
Oh, okay.
And finally, this is a simple one. It's called, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this will be the one that gets nerfed because I'm not sure exactly how well it would work. But I call it tuck and roll. Whenever you vault a pallet or vault a window or fall from a high point, instead of getting that little stun that you get, you kind of fall into a barrel roll like you're doing like a parkour jump and can keep going in that direction for 1 second at fuller speed. It'll help you avoid getting grabbed or attacked as you go through vault points. Now, I'm not sure if that would be an endurance effect or not. I'm not sure if that would be more like a dead heart, because it really doesn't do anything unless you actually get through the window. So it's very specific. Now, going for costumes, I'm going to start with my Halloween costume. Has anyone ever played Kingdom Hearts 2? Has anyone seen the Agency 13 costumes? Hello for my Halloween costume. My Christmas costume is going to be an ugly sweater that says good list forever. And on the pants on the back is going to have mistletoe saying kiss my arse. Just so the killer knows where I'm coming from. I had a different idea, but Mama Bear told me they probably wouldn't allow it. Or I would also have some mistletoe up on the front saying suck it. I don't think they would allow that. It was also originally supposed to be a pair of tights, so I may have altered it slightly. And as for my Valentine's Day costume, it's going to be a silk robe, red, and it's going to say "I'm taken" on the front, and on the back it says "Don't hook me."
I thought it was gonna be a banana suit.
For Valentine's Day?
You know
really?
what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about, but are you going to do that with Sandy one day?
No.
Get yourself a banana hammock and... Oh, I just realized the story I was supposed to tell Deathgasm. Oh, well, glad he's not here.
Hold on, let me get his attention.
Basically, he's gone. He's not home right now. So anyway, the whole idea of my character is just... My character's a stubborn bastard, but he's also very charismatic. You guys know I'm a pretty charismatic guy. And I pretty much tricked the entity in saying, well, if you want this to be more entertaining, you're going to have to help me make it more entertaining. Which is why I have the Happy Camper perk. I also add a brand new item to the game that I stole from another game with the help of the entity. Just to further make the game feel worse, we stole an actual power from the Friday the 13th game. So now there's a chance that while you're looting chests, you'll find a defense knife. But the entity picks you up, you have a one-time use decisive strike as an item. You get him on Friday the 13th. When you get picked up by Jason, you can stab him in the shoulder with it and he'll drop you. Well, I just basically stole the idea.
So no DES, you just grab a knife.
Oh, it's a specific knife. It's a defensive knife. But yeah, basically. I'm not pulling out a freaking commando blade and stabbing him with it, alright? This isn't a mini chainsaw that I rev into his throat, because if it was, they wouldn't be coming after me anymore.
They wouldn't be coming after anybody.
So what you're saying is, if you have that perk in Decisive Strike, you grab the knife up for your first down, and you can stab them before you even get hooked.
Well, yeah, because they're about to nerf the Decisive Strike, I might as well give people another reason to use it. You should hear what they're planning on doing with Decisive Strike. No one will run it anymore. No one's going to run Decisive Strike anymore. You remember how the title storm works, where when you get to 90%, it spins really fast. You got to hit all those points in order.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing now. You have to hit 8 in a row before it to work. No one's going to run Decisive Strike anymore.
So
K-Man says, my guy is going to be in a suit and tie. He'll be proficient in parkour, but whenever he performs any parkour moves near the hunter, he screams like Necro! I want K-Man's character. K-Man's character.
Wow. Holy crap.
Oh. Woo, Necro. K-Man needs to have a conversation with you tomorrow. I think I'll add him to the list of characters. With a clip of your video attached to it so they can hear the scream. Anyway, so, is there anybody who wants to go next?
I heard Necro.
Yeah.
Well, that might have been K-Man screaming as well. We can't tell right now. He just performed parkour near the killer. We can't tell who it was. How about you, Juggernaut? You look all comfy today.
I'm just waiting. I mean, anyone else?
I'll go next.
See, I told you I heard
Okay,
Necro.
Necro's next. Could have been K-Man. We don't know this.
Okay, so, well, we all know me. I have a fascination with the supernatural.
Do we?
So, like, all my outfits are going to be like ghost or vampire or werewolf themed, like shirts, you know, black shirts with a design on them, black shorts, and then, you know, just a normal pair of steel toes with black socks.
Okay.
My normal standard outfits.
Right. So perk-wise?
Okay, so this first perk's gonna be a multi-use but situational thing.
Okay.
So at the beginning, it first activates, and it gives you the ability to have your scratch marks lessened
Okay.
and think quicker.
Okay.
And also, if you're by the killer in general, it makes you like harder to see. Like if you're crouched down, it makes you harder to see.
So you're saying
Like,
is with it you can kind of crawl lower,
yeah.
He's low crawling, folks. That's cool.
Why does that sound familiar?
So,
It's a military move.
No, I'm talking
We're
about
talking about
the.
perk.
I'm talking about the crouching and not being seen easily by the killer. That sounds familiar.
Oh,
It kind of sounds like something that kind of reminds me of like what was it? Suburban, urban? I think it might have been urban
you're
evasion.
talking urban.
Thinking about the solid snake or whatever the heck it's called.
No, I'm thinking
Oh,
about
oh,
the
he's
urban
talking-
evasion perk.
What he's talking about is low crawling,
Oh, okay. So low
which
crawling.
would be a lot harder for the killer to see. Especially if you take Necro's height into example.
okay. But as I said,
Low crawling.
this perk is situational and has different uses depending on situations.
Right.
So, once like 1 or 2 gens get done, another perk will activate, and this will be helpful for evading if caught or injured. So, the way this one will work is, per se, if you're injured but you're still running from the killer,
Okay.
if you stun or get out of the killer's eyesight, your scratch marks disappear and so does the blood spots for 15 seconds.
Woo! Actually, that one's pretty nasty. So what you're saying is after it activates after 2 generators activate. And from that point on, if you can get out of the killer's sight or stun them, then you have no scratch marks or bleed marks for 15 seconds.
Yes.
That's actually pretty twisted.
And it will activate every time that you're in chase, too.
Obviously, because then you'd be getting out of the killer's sight.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that working. Now, yeah, like I said, like a lot of killers look for the scratch marks. I'm the kind of person who just follows you by looking at you. But that could be pretty twisted. What's your last perk?
And then the last perk is to have survivability for you and a person that you're healing. When you heal somebody and you're injured, you also get healed fully.
Yeah, there is a perk like that already.
Oh, is there?
Yeah,
Well,
still Valentine has it.
this is 1 perk this is 3 perks into 1, but they're all situational events.
Basically, as you get closer to the end of the game, it becomes more powerful.
Yes.
So at the beginning of the game, it lets him basically, instead of him getting down and sneaking, he'll actually low crawl. And when 2 generators get done, he has that plus the ability to escape. And let's say 2 more gens happen. Now he has the ability to heal, and if they're interrupted, they'll both get endurance.
Yep.
That's much better than what you were saying.
Okay.
Like I said, Jill Valentine already has one where, as she's healing you, she's healing herself.
Oh, okay.
But endurance lasts 8 seconds and gives you a free hit. So if you're healing somebody and the killer shows up and you have to split, well, now you both have endurance for 8 seconds. Which means if the killer gets a cheap shot off, well, you win.
So, I think the perk name would be called, like, Sneaky with a Purpose.
Sneaking with a purpose. Well, here's the thing, like, it starts off being a very crappy move, no offense. The ability to get really low on the ground and sneak means you'll probably be going slow. But it also means you'd be a hell of a lot harder to see. So, as one. But then when you get 2 more gens done, now if you get out of their line of sight, like you go around the corner and then drop into the low crawl and some bushes, everything disappears. Now you're just fucking annoying.
Right.
And I think we've lost people.
No, I think they're just turning their cams off and muted.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you get 2 more generators finished. and this is near end game where the healing actually was necessary. You go to heal somebody, as well as all the other perks. Killer shows up, you run, he runs, the killer goes after you, you duck crawl, and then you disappear.
Yep.
So it starts off as a really perk, but then it builds itself up. So by end game, it's a very powerful perk, but you got to make it to end game.
Right.
Okay, I get you. It's a lot like Wake Up and Hope and Adrenaline, where the further into the game you go, the more powerful it becomes. Okay, I see where you're going with this one. All right. Sneaking with purpose. Gotcha. It's a hell of a purpose.
Right.
Next on your shopping block there, Necro.
Okay, so the next one I had was kind of like I guess Nisha I think has it. Kind of like when you're able to jump over a vault without anyone hearing.
Oh,
but
dance with her. Oh, quick and quiet.
Yeah, quick and quiet. It's gonna be kind of like that, but it I want to combine that with Technician as well, so that you're doing everything, including skill checks and everything like that, failing, but you're not completely, like, you will not have the chance of having it not heard. It's just lessened, and then also tricks where it came from, too.
Oh, okay. That could be finagled a little, but what you're basically saying is, if you jump through a window or vault a pallet or such and such, unless they're within a certain range, they will not hear you.
Right.
There's also support for healing and gens.
And if they are in a certain range, it may cast in a different sound. Like, that...
There's a chance.
Yeah, like...
chance like red herrings, where it just says, hey, he's over here instead. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Just wait till you hear Mama Bear's got a similar perk, but hers is different. And what do you call this trippy little technique here?
I call it Disorient and Confuse.
Cover and Confuse. Nice one. What's the last one on your chopping block? This guy's being sneaky. He's a sneaky guy.
Yes. I like being sneaky. I don't like being caught. But the last one I had... Huh?
Less than.
But the last one I have is to actually make me move quicker when being chased. If I'm just spotted and being chased, I have like I want to say like 3 and then 5 as a top tier percent to move faster. But it's a chance. Like, I'll have to do a skill check while running.
Oh, like giving yourself a temporary haste while running.
Yes.
Okay. Well, moving 3 to 5% faster is a nice little boost. That could help you get out of sight. Crouch down. Disappear.
Yes.
Okay, so you're just basically running and hiding this. All right. So, now comes the fun part. So, are you going to be going as your character from Dark Souls for Halloween?
Chicken.
When he gives the manly scream man in this. Instead of the regular hit, it's like, it just runs faster.
No, I figured I would be dressed as a vampire, actually.
Okay, cool. I guess you sparkle, huh?
No, fuck that. No, they're fake vampires. Yeah, right.
He sparkles when he gets hooked.
The killer gets blinded every time they hook him because it's just so sparkly. Okay. How about your Christmas costume?
My Christmas costume will be it'll be a shirt that says, I bring bites for everyone.
Aww. And what about your Valentine's Day costume? Will it just be a big 1 because 1 is the loneliest number?
No, I figured
is the load is.
I would actually be wearing pants for this one.
Oh, thank goodness for that.
Black pants, everything like that, but at the crotch it says suck here.
And a pair of vampire fangs.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
And it's sparkly.
And they're sparkling. Just around the nipples. Just around the
Yeah,
nipples.
he'll look like Neil Diamond.
His nipples are super sparkly.
They'd have to
It's
nerf
glitter
the character.
So that is never for you in TV.
Anyway. So, who wants to go next?
I guess I'll go next.
Alright, please tell me you don't have sparkly nipples.
No, because I don't want to
Sub does.
look like Necro Diamond, okay?
Nice. I like that joke. I like that.
Oh, I was expecting this not to be a good episode, guys.
My regular outfit's gonna be a short sleeve shirt with sweatpants and wrestling boots.
Alright, cool. Alright, so your outfits are gonna be just like comfort wear, right?
Yes.
Okay. I half expected you to be the guy that was like wearing different characters' costumes, you know. You had a Hogan's costume, you had a Macho Man costume, an Andre costume.
No.
Come on, the Ric Flair costume, you have your guy go, woo! Every time he gets away from the killer, just woo!
I think that would make you more spotted.
He drops a pound, woo!
The power of woo!
DX just
Yeah, and to get off the hook, I have to Hulk up, right?
and you break the hook.
Wait, no.
Every
Actually,
time he
here's
finishes
how
a
it would
gen,
work.
do you feel me,
try to
brother?
escape- You try and escape off the hook. You try and escape off the hook. You hold up.
Alright.
Okay, so we're looking at perks.
First perk is called Run the Ropes.
I'm already liking it.
Definitely a better name than what Necro named his so far.
Fuck off.
If you are in the
Hang on a
killer's
second, guys. I think this is my father. I'll be right back.
right.
Well, I think we should entertain the people at home here.
Yeah, and I'm hoping that the person that I asked to watch the stream is actually saying something.
Hopefully.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So, I am back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Run the ropes.
Run the ropes. If you are in the killer radius, the closer you are to the killer, the faster you get, the more of a speed boost you get.
Oh. That could be good for hook rescues, though.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. The closer he gets, the faster he gets, so he could run real fast past them and go in and sabotage a hook or something.
Yep.
It's actually pretty powerful. That could be pretty nasty. You can also use it to really freak out a killer because he comes zooming past them. What the?
Did the phone get past me? What the fuck?
A freaking smoke trail behind him. Actually, you know what? That's a perk I've never heard anyone think about. That's actually really useful in a lot of different situations. It could really help you with trying to save somebody, trying to get ahead of the killer, etc. That's actually quite potent. That might be a perk that would have to be nerfed for how strong it is, actually. Woo! What's next on your agenda here, buddy?
Frog Splash. That's if you're on the hook.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm kind of frightened now.
If you're on the hook, it gives you a better chance of escaping the hook.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
When you say a better chance, are you saying like how slippery meat works?
In a way.
Because that's all slippery meat's good for, is giving you a better chance of getting off the hook first time.
Yeah, but this could combine with slippery meat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just get the salted lips and you have everything. Remember, there are certain perks that are similar to other perks, like how Iron Will and Calm Spirits are very similar to each other.
Now, hear me out.
Aaron.
What if it had an effect like BT as well when you get unhooked? BT
Like
as
where
in
the hook
borrowed
breaks off
time.
too? Oh, so it gives you endurance when you get off the hook.
Right.
They could have that. You know, this is an open menu.
But if the killer's camping,
Okay.
you get that speed boost, remember?
Yeah,
You're
but you
running
also get the
towards
BT.
them, yeah.
What, babe?
Jared, I got it. I got a perfect way. Let me give you my idea of this, okay?
Alright.
So,
You're fine,
the
babe.
killer hooks you. When they hook you, you get an immediate chance to try and get off the hook. If you land the 3 skill checks, you break off the hook, stun the killer, run off with an endurance boost.
Nice. I like it.
Does that sound like a perk you'd run? I'd run that perk.
I like it.
It's like you do an actual flag splash.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Like, the killer wouldn't be ready for it. You go to hang, and if you hit it, you just whip yourself off the hook and hit them. They get stunned, and you run off.
It's like hitting a killer with a pallet, in a sense.
Except you're hitting them with your whole self. So. Hey man says, one perk I want is called Shush. Shush you. It has 3 recharges. When my player is running, I don't set off the birds. 15 seconds, for 15 seconds. But when it's depleted, your stamina takes longer to get full. So basically he has an endurance perk. Or not endurance, he has a cooldown perk where he runs around and doesn't set anything off. Juggernaut. So you have Frog Splash, you have Run the Ropes. Are you going to bring this down with what, Tombstone?
The third one is a little strange.
Okay.
And I know it would be nerfed right away.
Well, we could probably try to fix it. But
it's called Boon of Distortion.
Boon of Distortion. Ooh, okay. What do we got? I mean, it's a boon totem, obviously.
It's a boon totem, yes.
Okay.
But if you're working on a generator and you have this boon near it, within the radius, it doesn't show you working on that generator. It shows you working on a generator nearby.
So, if the killer has some kind of perk that lets you see on generators, like say barbecue and chili goes off while he's in that radius, he's working on a generator, it'll say he's working on a different generator.
Yes.
Oh man, that would combine. Could you imagine that with Discord?
That's awesome. I like that idea.
Because Discord only triggers when 2 people are working on a generator. But with that perk, since you'd both be in range, it would show both people on a different generator.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness. I'm thinking of all the other perks that it could really screw with. Oh.
It would be nerfed right away.
No way. No, Shadow Steps just as bad. Anything you do within the Shadow Steps radius doesn't show up. No perk pop up. Barbecue and chili technician, none of them show up.
Damn.
So I mean, this is a pretty good one because this one doesn't just say, "Hey," it says, "Hey, boom, they're working over there." So you go run your butt over there and find out that generator's already been finished or something.
Yeah.
And you're confused. And it's like, oh, he's running that damn totem. Crap.
Exactly.
That is a nasty one too. You had some pretty good perks there. Actually, both you guys have pretty good perks. Now my perks don't seem so good.
And now
Yep. So we'll start down the same list. What are you going for Halloween?
a pumpkin mask.
Pumpkin mask. Okay. What are you doing for All Hallows or Halloween or Xmas?
For Christmas, the mask and clothing would all match this. Would all match the mask.
Okay, so it would be a big pumpkin outfit.
It would be a mask that looks like a pumpkin, but you're also dressed in orange.
Right. Understand where you're going with that one. What about Christmas though?
For Christmas, it would be just the luchador mask in red and green.
Okay, that's cool. Anything with the outfit?
The outfit would, and it's funny as hell. The outfit would have Christmas lights on it. Green shirt, red pants with Christmas lights on it.
Not the weirdest costume I've ever heard of, but it works. And finally, for Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, red and white for the mask. White, red top, white pants.
I'm just saying.
And no real design for it.
Well, you better hope you don't shit yourself in those pants. Really show up.
My brown pants. Alright, I like this. Now we have an issue. There's 3 down, 3 to go. So who's next?
Rebel's not coming back.
What?
Oh.
Her tooth's hurting her too much.
Okay.
Alright, I'll go next if you want me to, man.
Sure.
Alright, so Ice Miracle. I would basically my most of my clothing would be hoodies with ripped jeans or trip pants, it doesn't fucking matter.
Okay. Alright, hey, both work, brother.
Alright, so let's see, the first perk would be DC.
Okay. DC. Okay. I hope it's actually considered disconnect and not freaking DC Comics here, because it's getting really terrifying.
Yeah, it's a joke on people that like to disconnect a lot.
Okay.
So basically, what would happen would be basically if you finish a gen, instead of popping the gen that you did, it would act like it popped a different gen that wasn't popped already.
Oh.
And nobody's on.
That's pretty twistedly evil.
Yeah.
That would drive the killer nuts. It would make 3-genning very hard for them, because they wouldn't know which gens are actually popping. That's actually a pretty twisted perk. I like that. What's next?
Well, see, the problem with that is there's also the fact that the gens show up on your map as killer. So,
right.
the question is,
When
it would have to have a certain time limit for that gen to show as though it's done already.
Well, how about this? Gen shows it's done until the killer gets within a certain radius of it.
Okay. I was thinking
So from a distance,
I was thinking about like a few minutes or something, but yeah.
I mean, from a distance, it could look like it's finished, but they would have to get within a certain range for it to pop and be like, oh, no, wait, it's not that.
Right. Basically,
Well, it's like I said,
basically, it's a perk to help everyone just work on certain gens and shit.
Listen, people still fall for me throwing pebbles into bushes.
I love
Okay?
doing that.
Okay? There's nothing there that could go off. There's nothing there that could go off in that bush. It's not a generator, it's not a vault point, but killers will still run into that bush looking for you. If that works, a gen saying it's fixed to the left of them instead of the right will freaking twist their souls. Alright? You combine that with Juggernaut's perk, where when the generator is being worked on, over to the right. They go to the right, and then it bings behind them. Now they got no fucking clue what's going on. They're running in a circle going, what? And then Nick dives into some bushes, and they can't find him.
So
That's actually that's a nice one. I like that one. That's tricky. I like that. That's you. You're all trippy and tricky.
the second one would be the sneak.
Okay.
It would be for those high thrill chasing people that like to be close by the killer.
Yeah.
So it would be about the distance of the one with the stone. I forget what it's called. It's been a while. Where you throw the pebble.
Distraction.
Okay, yeah. It'll be about that distance that you would have to be in, and basically, it's a great combination for basically. What was the one perk that helps you wiggle off the person's shoulder faster?
High horsepower.
Is that the one that helps the person
Boil
that
over.
you're?
Boil over.
Or are you talking?
Boil over.
Boil over's the one where it's your teammate, right?
Oh, that's high horsepower.
That is high horsepower.
Boil over. Yeah, boil over is you.
So basically,
High horsepower is your friend.
Basically, it would add a charge to either one of those perks. It would add a charge to it where it would be like a quarter done already.
Ooh. That's pretty twisted. If you get three other teammates who are running that and they run to get close to you, you're at 75% full already. You only got to do a little bit of a wiggle.
Now, the backdraw to that perk is you need a perk that works with it.
Right, so it's kind of an add-on perk.
Right.
Like how Parental Farm doesn't do anything unless you can actually stun the killer.
It could work for that as well. Basically, anything that has to do with like escaping or healing, basically, like autodidact. It would help even more with that too.
May I make a slight adjustment to it? Just a slight adjustment.
Yeah. I'm listening.
How about this? Not only does it allow you to get off the shoulder faster if, say, an ally of yours is nearby, right?
Right.
But it also shows you on the map where you're being carried, so everyone can see your aura.
Right. Now there is a token system, and it's like I said, autodidact. How I mentioned how it would help with that as well. It basically have that kind of system as well. That would be how you'd use how you'd use the power basically. You'd have skill checks pop up on your screen to help them.
Listen, that works even better. You know, let's say you're picked up and Necro's following you, and you have that perk and says while he's following, he has to make a skill check. Well, that's fine. I'm sure Necro can hit a skill check and that'll help you wiggle through faster.
Exactly.
Problem is that an annoyance I have with the game is once you get picked up on the guy's shoulder, he can't find you.
All right, ladies, we got a half an hour. Let's go. Take your time, go.
So with that perk, you can in fact see where you are, so then they can run up and actually help you, so they can do the skill checks.
Well, that was gonna be part of my next perk.
Oh, okay, then never mind. I said nothing. I didn't know I was jumping into a second perk. I'm sorry. My apologies.
No, you're good. That's why I was explaining that one. That one's basically, it adds on to stuff that you could heal and help people off the shoulder or yourself off the shoulder. Now, once you get those 4 tokens, they stay on, and it's like it progresses better, basically.
Okay. It just gets easier to get off.
Correct.
What's your last perk?
My last perk, I haven't. I think I was gonna call it alibi, but I was thinking more of something like homing tracker. Something like that. Basically, it's whenever you're within the killer's killer radius or on their shoulders that people could see you being chased or on their shoulders.
So basically what it becomes is it becomes kindred, but you're on the shoulder.
Right.
That's actually pretty powerful. Like I said, the one thing that sucks is that when you get picked up off the ground, it's almost no one can find you.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Combine that with your previous power. Now, you're sneaking around behind the killer, throwing off their tracks, they don't know where you are. Even if they catch you, though, now everyone knows where you and the killer are. So Juggernaut can run up real quick because he's got that speed burst. Nick can go dive into some bushes. I can stand in front of you, so after he drops you and puts me on the hook, I can use my Happy Camper perk against him. See? It all works together. It all works together. Twitch, 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 twitch. Ooh. Hey man's second perk is that you get generators turned on faster with slower quick times. Basically what he's saying is the quick times, when you have to go make the check, they slow down. It makes it easier for you to get great skill checks. That's actually pretty powerful. I like that.
Yeah.
Combine that with that one perk where if you're injured, the great skill checks increase in size. That can actually get generators done really fast with no either. So, I have to ask the question. What's your character wearing for Halloween?
For Halloween?
Yeah. Whoa.
I don't know. Since his regular clothes would be like a hoodie and pants, I'd like to go off the beaten trail. For Halloween...
You could go up as a giant inflatable T-Rex. Just run around with an inflatable inflatable T-Rex costume. Every time it gets impaled by the hook and it deflates. People get you off the hook and reinflates. That could work. Also drive the killer nuts chasing after you with that head bobbing up and down. But seriously, dude, you can pick whatever you want.
I don't know. I kind of like that idea.
The sub-inflatable T-Rex. No, hitting my tail doesn't count as a part.
Could you imagine? You'd see whole lobbies just of the cost of the Halloween costume just for people to have fun.
I know, just 4 T-Rexes bobbling around the map and the killer trying to kill them.
I don't know if I would...
Just see a screen come up to 4 T-Rexes sitting by a generator, just teabagging. You just see the head bobbling all over the place.
Rawr, I'm a dinosaur. Rawr, I'm a dinosaur. Rawr, I'm a dinosaur. I think I'd become a friendly killer at that day. I think I'd just be friendly killer after that. I'd be like, alright, these guys are fine. They're cool kids. I'm okay with it. Oh. Since Rebel's teeth hurt too much, and I understand how an absence feels, I had one recently, but I dealt with it with the most painful way possible, and luckily no one was awake to hear it.
Did it involve a knife?
Yes, it did. It also involved my stove and about, I don't know, half a cup of salt.
Oh.
Heated the knife up, cut the abscess open, and slipped my finger in that pile and jabbed it into the hole. You can still feel the abscess, but it doesn't hurt no more. Right there, I can feel it. Hi. Doesn't hurt no more. It hurt like a bitch when I did it, but that's where you get when you have military ingenuity. This is why I'm a danger to myself but not others.
So, Stub, do you actually have a Christmas idea? Because I got one for you.
Oh, no!
Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so my Christmas one for you is, since you're always in a hoodie and everything, you'll have a hoodie on, but lights up in subliminal Christmas messages.
So it's kind of like he kind of looked like Legion, but would have like one of those black face covers that would be constantly flashing messages.
Pretty
Yes.
much.
I'm surprised you didn't say dress up like a Christmas tree.
Hey, listen, my original Halloween costume was I was going to be Solid Snake, and when I turned and saw the killer, an exclamation point would pop over my head. Along with the alert music, and I would just run, and on the killer screen, there'd be one of those little fake 999 seconds thing with the screen all blurred out like they were Solid Snake chasing after me. I
Nice.
changed my mind because I think the Kingdom Hearts costume would look a lot more badass.
Your costume would be a box kaiju, so you could never be found.
Actually, Mom Bear was talking about, she said that I have cardboard boxes on the map that I could hide under.
Stub, I thought you might like that idea.
Good one.
Yeah. A-Man says for his Halloween costume, he wants a black suit with an orange tie and a very large top hat.
Nice.
We're probably talking like one of those absurdly large top hats, you know, the ones that if you took them off, you could probably hide a hunting rifle under.
Oh, so
You still got one more outfit to figure out.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yours has got to be better than mine, because trust me, mine was the worst one so far.
For Valentine's Day, it would have to be. Oh, jeez.
I mentioned the heart pasties over my nipples before the costume.
Oh, my goodness.
It's an open robe with my chest and just a pair of heart-shaped.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest, I only thought all the way to the perks. That's all I thought, too. I didn't even think about the clothing, in all honesty.
An inflatable T-Rex with a heart in his hands.
No, we already got an inflatable T-Rex. That's all we need is the second one.
You could have gotten one with a Christmas hat and a one with frickin' Cupid wings, and you didn't take it. This is on you.
The dark version of Cupid.
Ooh, twisted love there, eh? Just to bring this up, so it's no surprise to you, I was listening to an interview. They were talking about in the future, one of the characters is going to come as a furry.
Oh, interesting.
They're going to have an unspecified gender. They're going to wear a fursuit. That's the rumor.
Cool.
It could be a he, it could be a she, but it's going to have different fursuits. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. The interview was kind of one of those things that popped up on Twitter one day.
Could be a shim.
Could be. It could be one of those like 48 other freaking sexes that people talk about but can't prove scientifically. Sorry, I'm a man of science. Prove it to me or fuck off. Anyway.
Mama Bear.
He's got it written down, guys. She actually's got this shit written down. She's actually prepared for that.
Prepare for nothing!
He became prepared for a change.
You know what? I gotta go get myself a drink of tea. I'll be right back. I'm gone. Woo! Smoke bomb!
Actually, I put all this together today during conversations with Kaiju before the stream.
Wow. Impressive.
I'm just shocked you came prepared.
I'm a procrastinator, so...
Yeah, I'm a procrastinator to the extreme.
I was done my perks 3 weeks ago.
Let's just say this. College was not my cup of tea.
Before I even announced this as an actual challenge, I was already finished the challenge.
I procrastinated until it was my turn.
I figured that, but still had some great perks, so shut up. So, Mama Bear, what's your regular outfit? Let me hear you.
My regular outfits would consist of your basic athletic type wear.
Okay.
I'm constantly wearing leggings and tank tops and sneakers.
Oh, and by the way, after this live stream, I'm going to hurt myself. I started my workout routine. I did my leg exercise in the morning, so at night I do the arm and core muscles. Oh.
Hey, Kyle, after the live stream, I want you to stay on the Discord call.
Okay. Do I have to actually be here?
Well, yeah, I want to talk to you about something.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. So, Mama Bear, so regular athletic clothes. Okay. What are we talking about when it comes to perks?
Well, if I've got perks for you.
I'm glad.
My first perk, which is a teachable perk.
They're all teachable perks.
Well, yeah. Duh. But, I call this one Boon Happy Tech.
Boon Happy Tech. Okay.
It combines the original leadership perk,
Okay.
the prove thyself perk, and technician in one.
Ooh.
Would you stop doing that? You silly ghost.
Hey, at least they can't see me.
Unless we're watching the live stream.
Then you'd be laughing your ass off right now.
Let's see what he's doing.
No, don't see. Okay, so Happy Tech is leadership, prove thyself, and technician.
Yep.
So anyone who's in range of it would be getting boosts to basically everything they do. And if they screwed up on a generator, it's not popping up. That's pretty cool. I like that one.
I like that.
Remember, it's a boom totem.
That kind of leaves a lot of gens out of reach.
What is that on your head?
Nothing.
That would be a pair of Marcus jeans.
Do
They're on my chair, so now they're on my head.
Do explain, Juggernaut. Do explain.
Don't explain that.
See a screenshot.
No, don't do a screenshot. No. Stop. Listen, Marcus, these are on my chair. If you want off my head, you come
Time
and get
to
them.
meme it.
Paste.
Copy paste turns into a meme.
Don't you meme me.
I'm gonna meme
You meme me.
I'm gonna meme you.
Don't you meme me. Anyway. No, don't meme me. No, wait, look. Oh, quick! I don't want to. Where's my camera recorder here? Hang on, let me try to get this thing. Video capture device. There we go.
Oh, hey, oh, nice hat.
Now nobody can see it. Haha! I put my face over it. Haha!
I saved it.
Damn it. Okay. Actually, her perk, her buff, actually works really well with yours.
Oh.
If you could somehow overlap both your boons. You were the one with the boon totem, right?
No, I had no boon totems.
I was the one with the boon totem.
If you and her could get two boon totems close to each other and overlapped, imagine the carnage you could do.
He moves it.
My perk is what worked well with his boon totem perk.
Well, right, and now if her boon totem and his boon totem get within range and your perk acts, oh my god. Oh wow, generators getting fixed left and right and popping up in every direction on the fucking map.
That killer's gonna hate that group of players.
That killer better be Legion if he's trying to keep up. What's your second perk, Mama Bear?
My second perk is called Locker Trap.
Locker Trap, okay.
Enter a locker with flashbang.
Okay, so this requires a second perk. Okay.
Right.
So in order for this to work, she requires the flashbang perk. Okay, keep going.
While you have a flashbang, the locker, when you enter it, will give you the option to set trap,
Okay.
leaving the flashbang in the locker.
Oh. Sorry, Dredge. Oh. Let me add on to this perk if I may.
Okay.
So how about after you get out of the locker, it gives a huge sound notification, so the killer, no matter where they are on the map, sees that this locker, you just jumped into it. So they go running up to the locker, they open up the locker, and flashbang.
Bingo.
It's head on with a flashbang, except the killer has to be the one who opens the locker. That poor Dredge, though. Can you imagine the Dredge teleporting into that locker? Oh, falls out of the locker. Oh, why? I have eyes everywhere. It burns. Okay, so she can trap lockers and help people finish generators faster without them being noticed. What's your last perk?
Divine Intervention, I call this one.
Ooh. An intervention, that's divine.
It triggers when a teammate dies.
Oh. Okay.
Kill 'em all.
It allows the teammate that has died to still help and guide you when they are observing you.
Oh. So if they die and go to observer mode, you can actually like fly around so you can see them, so they can do things like help you find hatches or the exit or something.
Yep.
Ooh. Can you imagine that? Now instead of observing, you're actually just floating around like, here's the killer, found the killer, here's the killer. That'd be really useful for finding that damn hatch, though. Could you?
I like that. I like that.
That's
Kind of gives you like a sixth sense of what's going on around you.
nice. K-Man's last perk is called Classy as Fuck. Well, pardon me. Wear a 1940s raincoat and a nice walking cane. You use twice to deactivate traps or break a hold from the hut. Oh wow! You get a double use cane. You can use to like disable a trap or smack the killer if they pick you up. It's called Classy as Fuck. You actually have to wear the classy coat. So the killer knows you have the perk. That's what makes it harder, because now the killer knows you have the perk. They either leave you on the ground or they pick you up and take the hit. It's not like Decisive or My Knife, because with Decisive and My Knife, you'll see the character holding the knife. With Decisive, you don't know. But with this, you actually know they have the perk. So the killer has to make the decision. That's actually a pretty twisted combination. You combine that with no Myther, then they have a real big problem. either pick you up or you're going to get yourself up. They pick you up, you get to smack him with the cane. It only has 2 uses, though. That's actually, K-Man, that's quite a powerful perk. It could really screw with a killer. Lots of our perks could really screw with the killer, but that could really screw with the killer. Okay. So, I don't know what time it is. Now we get to ask Mama Bear that special question. What are you wearing for Halloween?
Voodoo priestess.
Ah, so I see you and Twitter getting along. You come up to you, Namte Nasai! Like, Namte Nasai! Then you'll both be chasing after people. What are you going for Christmas? Harley Quinn so you can hang out with the clown?
No!
Yeah, I know. No one wants to hang out with the poor clown. It's like Dwight. No one wants to hang around him either.
What? Dwight's the man. After all, Necro's just like him.
Pajamas?
Yeah?
Likes to
Cute
hop,
picture?
likes to chill in lockers.
Oh, you're around in fluffy mama bear pajamas?
Yeah!
Aww. She gets a Christmas present of fluffy mama bear pajamas. About Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day is a little bit harder. I haven't really figured out too much with that one.
Oh, come on. I'm wearing red, flashy, silky pants, curly Q shoes, and an open robe that's also red with a pair of freaking heart-shaped nipple covers. How hard is that to discover?
Maybe a bit more to cover. Yeah.
Bigger nipple covers then.
Well,
Yeah.
no offense, we would need them with those types of knockers.
How about that number that made your father run into the wall and your brother...
The number where my dad walked to the wall, my brother fell over the couch. Yeah, that could work. That little red number could definitely work. That turned heads. Oh, excuse me. It's getting a little sweaty over here. Okay, so now that we named all of our perks, outfits, and we're the survivors, so we don't have to go into a lot more detail, we have 30 minutes left, which was what I was hoping we'd have left. What we have here is a chance to discuss a little bit about the game. So, you guys all know that come next week, around this time sometime, we're going to have to deal with our own killers. Now, you could wait till next week if you want, or, if you have an idea right now, we could discuss the map you're going to be running on. Because once again, we ain't going to sugarcoat this, we're going for our own maps as well. You could use an abandoned wrestling ring for all I care. Wait, you guys are shaking your head, but let me explain. I don't know if you've actually ever been into an actual wrestling arena at night when there's nobody there. I have.
Yeah.
I took a tour, okay? You keep the center of the room lit up, and they got these little floor lights, that's it. And then the backstage area you could run around, it's like what, 3 floors?
Sometimes.
3 floors, yeah. That's 3 floors that generators can be on, places to escape, pallet drops. That's an amazing amount of room.
I would actually put a generator right in the middle of the wrestling ring.
I'm gonna say, with where all the lights are, there's the suicide generator, right there. It kind of makes sense with your character, but that was just a stupid idea. You know, we don't need that. Do you have any ideas right now, or can we go into my next discussion?
I do actually have an idea for my killer.
Ooh, Necro has an idea.
So it will be a old decrepit castle that its remains create like little structures, and otherwise it's a pretty much wide open field, like how it would be in Ireland, like Ireland type decrepit castle.
Well, let me ask you.
From the legs, so.
But let me ask you a question, Necro.
What's up?
Is there a dragon that guards the tower?
No.
It is not a true
Listen,
castle.
before you start hissy fitting, just remember that there are multiple maps that look almost identical to themselves. So if you have an idea, like, what's that one where you have the giant tower in the middle with the basement? All the ruins around it? That has the circus. That one looks like a medieval castle, too. You've never actually looked at it, have you? Taking a look at the maps running around from now on. Freaking decrepit wolves.
I'd want a map somewhat like Kino the Toten from Zombies.
Okay. Did I expect Juggernog to be there too? I hit up the item box to get myself a golden fly swatter.
And it does absolutely nothing.
Do I have to feed the killer to the zombie wolf heads?
Yes.
Oh boy.
That's Mama the Dead.
That's a pretty cool idea, Necro.
Kino der Toten was like Black Ops 1 and 3 but that was like in the remastered, I think. It's been a while.
Damn jail cell from the zombies. I can't remember which zombies one it was with the jail cell. That one was twisted. Okay.
That was Mob of the Dead. I believe that was Black Ops 2, if I remember correctly.
Okay. I like that one. I like that one a lot. I kept getting stuck behind doors because Necro wouldn't slow down for me.
I could never get the golden spork, man.
It's the golden fly swatter. Which you can kill everything but the big guys with. Slap, 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 slap.
Hey, Juggernaut.
What's that?
Juggernaut, you got a map for your killer yet or not?
Mama Bear does. It's Mama Bear. Mama Bear has an idea.
Oh, my bad.
Jeez.
Too late.
Did Necro and Mama Bear have an idea?
No.
I'm not used to her being ready.
Get worse. Her idea is similar to yours.
Oh.
Okay, Juggernaut, I just scared the shit out of myself. I'm gonna have to rewatch this video now.
Why?
Really?
Dude, no word of lie. I looked up and I swear I saw a white figure dash into your bathroom.
Such a similar idea to mine, it's ridiculous.
Okay, so what's yours?
It would be like a Celtic castle in the background.
Okay.
That was kind of like falling apart and decrepit.
Right.
But you would have most of the map would be the catacomb.
Ooh. The catacombs with like a small village on top or something?
Yeah.
Well, you see, this works well because yours is like the entrance to his map.
Yeah.
The broken down castle, which is his map. That actually works really well because it's like, okay, now you guys are in the same location. Now the map has a place to travel to by technicality. That's pretty cool. Necro, from your castle, you could probably see her little town with the catacombs, and from her little town with the catacombs, she can see your castle.
I'm waving to her.
All right. And then, of course, we're just gonna use a bunch of Call of Duty zombie maps for subliminals. No, wait, no. You know what? No, we're not allowed to. Not if you're gonna use the same fucking killer as last time. No, screw it. No.
What?
I refuse. I remember your killer's power. I remember your killer's power. No. I remember your killer's power. Fuck you. No.
But
there are way too many places.
Kaiju, that was just the map for that killer that I made last time. The map idea I'm gonna have for this time is gonna be completely different. I was just throwing out the map idea for my last killer.
Okay.
So you remember that killer, huh?
Dude, I played those maps. Listen, your killer is great on certain maps, but he sucks on other ones. I've played COD. I've played zombies from Call of Duty, and there are plenty of windows and holes in the walls and ceilings and floors, and your fucking killer could just crawl right through and come at me. No. Man has a 1940s small town motif for his map. And I can't wait till next week where we find out what the killer is now. He actually has some pretty good ideas for his guy, so I like where this is going. Some kind of detective almost. Juggernaut, do you have an idea for a map?
An abandoned factory.
It wouldn't happen to be a meat factory, would it?
No.
You're just making sure.
Actually, abandoned ice plant.
Ice plant. Only if we can see like a frozen Undertaker in one of the rooms. Just as you get the generators done, it slowly cracks.
And anyone from Hazleton will understand YSA ice plant.
I know what you're talking about, man. We'll have multiple walkways, freaking catscapes, and everything like that. Alright, well, since my killer is going to be very similar to the last killer I designed, my map is going to be a harbor. It'll constantly be raining, it'll constantly be dark, and there will constantly be flashes of lightning every now and then. As you activate the generators, it'll turn lights on in certain specific areas, but it will also keep areas which don't have the generators done dark. Other than the flashes of the light, the only time you'll actually be able to see bright lights is if you're near the barrels. No, you can't fall in the water. There's a roped off barrier. I know what you're saying. So what if there's a roped off barrier? Listen, there's literally a 10-foot fence protecting you from exiting any of those damn maps that me and Juggernaut and you, basically all of us, could easily scale and get over to the other side.
Yeah.
That's all that's holding them back. So a couple of ropes into the cold, icy waters is not outside the question. It's very hard, and the other thing is it's very hard to hear because outside is going to be constantly raining. Talking like torrential downpour rain. The other places it'll be easier to hear in is going to be inside the actual buildings. Or unless you turn on the generators, they're going to be really dark. Keep your ears out. You might not want to hear that sudden beep sound. It might be too late. Alright, so we have some interesting maps to go to, but the killers, that's what's really going to bring it in. Next week's killers. Let me lay down the rules for the killers real quick for y'all to hear. Alright?
Alright.
I need the killer and their design. You could go as far as the background if you want. Doesn't matter. Need their power or powers. I believe currently the record for the most powers comes from Pyramid Head, who currently has 3. If you want to get technical, yes, you could go as far as 3. Just, make your character as confusing or powerful as you want. Power, 3 learnable perks. This time, I want to add something extra. You guys must have dozen add-ons.
Is it really only 3 powers that he has? Because you got the trail, you got the judgment, you got the cage, and then you also got the finisher for basically,
I guess that makes it 4. So 3 and a finisher if you want to go that far. And if you want to be technical, the Oniru has her teleport, her aura, her invisibility, and her kill. That is 4 as well. So yeah, I mean, you can make your character complicated, you can make your character simple. It's try really hard not to make your killer a mimic of some killer that is already there. Once again, guys, these are going right on the fan page after a week. I'll even shoot you guys the link once I put it up. Y'all will see how people are feeling about your guys. And remember, we're doing this for fun, so no worries if somebody says, your killer's stupid. Who cares? Half of those people are face campers anyway.
I just kind of got an idea already for some parts of my killer's powers.
My killer technically has 3 powers. Do you count the one that's added by my iridescent?
Do you want to hear one of the parts?
Sure, so I can be myself in fear of it already.
Alright, so basically, you know how there's TVs now because of Oniru. I'm gonna take those TVs, and it's gonna kind of be like how you have zombies for Nemesis, except you're gonna have robots that you can control with a controller as the killer, and basically you can move them to an area where they can survey. You get to choose their area of effect, basically.
Oh, kind of like releasing an AI-controlled Victor.
Right.
It's actually pretty twisted. Now I'm curious what your killer does. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time because then we could just go through yours. So next week, if you find out when you're off, we'll make sure that one of the days you're off is the killer. Hopefully, one of the days you're off is one of the days that Deathchasm's off. Because that would be a really cool combination. Because I know his killer last time, I made him before he ever played Dead by Daylight. So his character was kind of on the overpowered side, like by leaps and fucking bounds. I just know that if we put that guy up, be nerfed into the absolute ground to the point where he might as well be the next clown.
Yeah.
Clown needs more belly.
Listen, the clown's been around since the beginning. The clown's been running for so long, he doesn't need a belly anymore. Clown needs a six-pack, alright?
Clown needs more belly.
No, think about it. The clown has been around for what? 5 years now?
Buff,
Take?
buff his belly.
Chasing people around for miles because his power absolutely sucks. That should at least be ripped in the legs, alright? I mean, he could have a belly, but his legs should be made of frickin' titanium at this point.
Buff his belly and his cough.
Holy! Listen, I want the killer to be. I want him to be playable. Okay, I want to be able to play as clown and be like, yes, I'm a threat. Now the only thing I can do is cough at people and throw bottles, which never hit. He doesn't need any more nerfing. Every time they say the word nerf, the first name that goes on the list is clown, even if he doesn't need it. We really need to buff Legion?
All right.
No.
We'll buff Clown's belly and everything.
Not his belly. It was belly alone.
You gotta have more belly to stare at while you're carrying the survivor to the hook.
No, because you're staring at his ass. Listen, the only killer in the game with a good-looking ass is Pyramid Head. Okay? He tried to take his bubble butt away, and the fans threw a fit, so they brought his bubble butt back. He's got a bubble butt now.
Yeah,
right?
but they had to bring it back more than once because they tried acting like they brought it back the first time when they didn't, and everyone's like, no, that's still not correct. When the killer's so good, but they nerf something that's not even really a part of the character.
Okay, well, guys, I'm gonna stop it here because my son seems to think that.
I'd like to thank the person that I told about the live stream.
Okay.
Thank you, Salmonation, for viewing our live stream tonight.
Not Salmonation. He's an amazing person. He's got better time than waste on us. We don't.
He said he would watch.
Not good enough. I'm not good enough.
We're good enough.
I'm not good enough though.
I'd love if he'd made a video of, you know, the first one where we were all talked about the killers and stuff. I'd love if he'd make a video of the killers that we described. See what he would, what his artistic view would be. That they would look like. Just
listen. I get upset when Sean threatens to watch my videos and tell people about it. Okay, I don't need this to go down. All right. Oh man.
I mean,
if Salmonation does watch the video, thank you for watching the video. You didn't have to. Don't like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
Not listen to the small man with smaller feet.
With money under his sheets.
No, there was a time when we used to nickname him Littlefoot. Rawr, dinosaur, he's Littlefoot.
Do you need a big leaf with water in it?
Necro's got tiny feet. That's the thing. Like he's got tiny feet.
I wear a size 10 shoe.
Tiny
Damn,
feet.
your feet are small, dude.
You wear the same size shoe Mama Bear wears.
I think my feet are 11 or 12. Last time I checked.
Well, you're not much older than me.
Is that Littlefoot? Speak up.
I can't. I'm so low.
I'm not trying to belittle you. I know about your short temper. In a tiny bit. I'm going to be the bigger man and stand tall. I'm going to look down to you because I know you look up to me.
Would you like me to get that for you, Necro?
Get the dragon radar for that heal.
Would you like a sensu bean?
Oh! Mama Bear! Mama Bear! And Mama Bear takes a swing. Did you hear that?
No.
Wait, he's already close to the ground. Why do I need to bend down for it?
Oh, okay.
However, I should not be saying anything about short people
5'7".
I'm 6'3".
I don't know.
I mean, you don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what?
My height.
Okay, so.
You're about like 5'10" last time I saw you.
I know that Sandy's a good head taller than him, and she's shorter than me.
Huh?
She needs help getting out to bed.
Maybe 5'9". I know he's a tad bit taller than me.
Tad bit. Anyway, we have to wait for him to get back. Yeah, they released the. They were talking about Wesker being released, and how Nemesis is going to get a technical buff, but a technical debuff or nerf, really. Now, when you get infected by either him or Wesker, you'll have a time limit to get a cure, or else you'll eventually turn into a zombie yourself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude.
So.
Zombie then?
That.
Will you get to control the zombie then?
It hasn't been announced yet, but it would be badass.
Yeah.
Basically, Nemesis is going to lose his current zombies. But Nemesis is going to gain the ability to infect either with the punch or the whip. Punch has less of an infection. The whip has more of an infection. This is just what I heard, you know. This is just rumors. That's the problem with the rumor mill. They're just rumors. Wesker is supposed to have this ability to teleport really fast to a certain point. As far as the nurse can, he's also supposed to be able to infect you as well. So this will be the first time that two killers have a similar power from a similar franchise. So you got that. Do not know what happened to Sub. I'm going to give him another minute or two. And they're also talking about like some knight is going to be the killer after that, like some actual black knight.
Maybe he'll have a dragon that'll cause Nick to scream again.
Not for nothing, but a knight doesn't scare me. I'm sorry. What the hell, Sub?
Hello, Fabio.
What happened?
What do you mean?
Fabio had...
Dude, you went from straight-haired and sunshine to Fabio under the moonlight. That was like 5 minutes. What the fuck happened? No, this doesn't just happen. I watched this damn video to show you. That doesn't just happen.
I didn't do anything.
Anyway, Sub's back, so now I can say, thank you for watching. If Sam Nation did watch, in fact, please make your great videos. They're amazing. I watched all your Aquaman series. I've been watching your Dead by Daylight animations. We love both. I really love the skit with Taps and Huntress in the bed. Would you like some iridescent head? Love that one. Until next time, folks. I'm not worth it, Kachuke.
I'm Necro Nick, and we're totally worth it.
I'm Juggernaut Jared, and you're the one that keeps this channel going.
You guys, it's all you.
It's all you. It's all you. Subliminal here. Make sure to keep watching and keep Kaiju's spirits up.
No. And also watch Subliminal's channel, which is way better than mine.
I'm Mama Bear.
We'll see you all in the future, everyone. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
Peace.